welcome to the Coach's Show. Today we're here with Brandon Sluderman. He's head coach of the girls basketball team and also head coach of the girls state champions. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely awesome. I mean, just for all of the years of work that those kids had put in, practices and, the time that they spend in the gym, it all kind of just came together Thursday night. Great performance on the biggest stage that we get to play on, and absolutely incredible feeling after the game. At the end of the game, the locker room was really, really special. Just a moment I'll never forget, and I don't think those kids will either.
Of course, and it's always great to hear, and it was a great game to watch. I know that you guys really pulled through really well in the last half of that game. And I know two of your players, they had really good nights. Corey Sanders and Emma Bailey, they had really, really good nights. And of course, a lot of your other players, they showed up. They played real well. Quite a few of your other players showed up, and they played real well. And it was just overall an amazing game to watch. And you had a great student section come out to support. And I think your end score was 66, 57, 58?
Yeah, something like that.
It was one of those. How do you feel about that?
Corey had a really, really good first half. Got us started making shots, getting the crowd into it, getting the bench into it. She's been able to do that a couple different times this year where she just feels really good when she's shooting the basketball, and got us off to a really good start, which was super important in that game, just to kind of get us settled into the game. As the game went on, different players stepped up big. Shaylee Mayfield did a great job guarding one of their better players. Kaylee Long did a really nice job defensively. Macy Davidson coming off the bench and gave us big minutes. Madison did a nice job. Second half, fourth quarter specifically, Emma Bailey, felt really good went offensively. She made several big shots. Again, Riley Miller had some contributions off the bench. It was a complete effort of the kids that were out there, and then the kids that were on the bench supporting us were just into the flow of the game, and you could tell that they were just as invested as the players on the floor. So, Corey got the MVP of the game, of the tournament, rightfully so. I mean, she had a great tournament. Emma Bailey had an incredible fourth quarter to end her basketball career, and, those things, along with, just sticking with our game plan and all of that stuff, made for a really good night for us.
Always, and I know a lot of your players, they've had all conference and honorable mentions, so it's always great to know, always great to hear, you've got some strong players coming up as well. Like you said, you had Macy Davidson coming off the bench, had quite a few minutes on the floor, and then I know you've got other underclassmen that'll be coming up, stepping up real fast. With that being said, how do you feel for your years to come now?
First of all, the seniors that have contributed so much to this program, any senior wants to win their last game. And you don't have to feel that feeling of defeat. So those kids have just done an outstanding job representing us, for so many years. And they're definitely going to be missed. What they are going to do, though, is they're going to pass the torch on to the next group. And that next group is ready. They didn't get a whole lot of minutes this year, but they got better every day in practice. Really, really similar to the group of seniors now when they were sophomores. They didn't get a whole lot of minutes in the games, but every day in practice, they had to go against really, really good players, and that just makes you better. So when we get back started here in a couple weeks after a little bit of a break, and we have our first little team meeting and things, they understand now that it's their turn to keep going. We have a saying in my classroom that tradition doesn't graduate, so we're just going to keep trying to plug along and keep getting better every day. And there's a next group of kids that's coming, and I'm excited to get them started and get working with them after we have a little bit of a break.
It's always important to take those breaks, and that'll bring us to the end of our 2024-2025 season, and we will see you guys next year.
Thank y'all.